sure you say it creepy.
Colonel Stockton is waiting for us.
And they somehow don't notice me? I'm 3 feet away. What was the significance of that shot? That last one didn't show me anything. Oh, and we're at a repeat of the start of the game, basically. Is this meant to be sort of cyclical here? Well, good thing they're throwing a lot of health at me right after this horrible crash. And they're gonna give me an upgrade right in the path again. They've only done that a couple times, though. Like, if you weren't looking around, you can miss an awful lot of these. Although I do have 5, I should probably buy something. Heat-seeking, dual warhead, target leech. I keep looking at the upgrades on the sniper rifle, wondering if they're even worth bothering. I don't think they are. Some more health wouldn't hurt, but at the same time, I've only died a couple times, and I think the only times I have died is when my vehicle's blown up, and when I've accidentally killed myself. I'll just go ahead and do heat-seeking and dual warhead. Why not? Oh wow, they already know I'm here. Curse you and your hive mind. Thankfully, there's a comedy barrel trap at the top of the slope here, which I didn't even push that barrel down. It just started going on its own, which was very convenient. And even more convenient was that the guy didn't bother to get out of the way. I'd have to wait for this to dissipate to go grab that stuff. My god, there's a dead guy here. Wait, what? Oh. Oh, okay, I guess they can re-trigger. I thought once they dissipated, that was it. What, are they motion triggered? Why did they go off again? Nothing shot them or hit them or... Curious. I'm really not sure what happened there. You know what? This gun feels like it sucks too. Kind of like the assault rifle. It has the same problems of it. Kicks the screen around too much. But, I guess we just have spongy enemies, which... Ooh. There's a turret there. Spongy enemies isn't a problem in and of itself. A lot of games do that. But... it doesn't... None of these weapons feel particularly powerful. What does that do? What is that, is that a pathway? Am I supposed to go down this? Oh, apparently. Okay. What do we have down here? Some control hardware, a duct, and a locked door, which presumably the big glowing climb in here duct is the way around. Although I want to check outside, because is there stuff over here where the turret is? Or am I just supposed to accept that the turret is... No, I don't actually want to go down the ladder. No, I don't want to... What are you... Okay. I rescind my earlier statements about this game doing ladders, right? Apparently, if you have them back to back, the game doesn't know what to do. So, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna go back outside and see if I missed anything. I'm just gonna move onward. Seems very expensive to make a duct out of diamond plate. Because, you know, adding all the stippling to it is like an extra manufacturing process. Generally, they make ducts out of just, like, shitty sheet metal. Oh. Oh, okay. Didn't know that was gonna set off an alarm. You know, why do I even try the shotgun? It doesn't fucking work. Unless I'm deep-throating them with it. Alright, there's an upgrade part in here. And that appears to be it. Bunch of explosive barrels, which would have been quite devastating if that guy actually managed to fire a rocket in there. But... unfortunately, everyone with a rocket launcher... Well, I guess fortunately, I suppose, everyone with a rocket launcher is absolutely terrible at aiming it. I don't think anyone's managed to hit me with one yet. I mean, other than just like minor splash damage, they always seem to throw it way wide. Or fire it way wide. I don't know why I said throw there. That's not how rocket launchers work. So, will this take the turret out? That's a no. No, they just clip through it. Okay. And how does the dual warhead work? That didn't look any different than a normal rocket. It would seem turrets are indestructible, which is less than ideal when I need to get past it. Taste shotgun? I have a feeling turrets are indestructible. But I'm gonna try a little more. Ooh! Oh! Well, I'm glad I did, because it turns out they are destructible. Although, I didn't realize it would blow up the tower. So I'm quite glad that didn't kill me. Although its irritating motor sound is still playing. Thanks for facing the other way. Oh, that actually worked. And you spawned in guys behind me, because that is the cheapest trick in the book. Stop it. Actually, that was very nearly a direct hit, and it hardly did any damage. So maybe it's not so much that the guys with rocket launchers can't aim, as it is that the rocket launcher just isn't very effective. Although it does launch them in the air quite nicely. Okay, so it looks like the lock-on doesn't just work. I might have to hold the trigger. Yeah, apparently, and it takes an absolute eternity to happen. Well, that's no fucking good. There's an energy core wasted. Actually, two, or... no, that was the... yeah, that was the one. Well, that's an energy core wasted. Something behind this bush? No. Alright, we have more of these things that emit their toxic love at me. Oh, yep, there it is. Ow. Okay, so they are just motion triggered. Or proximity triggered, rather. It looks like I could crawl under here. I don't know if that fire is gonna hurt, though. Nope, convection is not a thing. It's amazing how few games actually do take convection into consideration. Like, I've played so many games where, like, fire only hurts you if you physically touch the flames. And you can be, like, in direct proximity to it, and it doesn't do a thing, as long as you don't actually physically touch it. Yeah, but it makes the surrounding air quite hot as well. You don't have to be touched by fire to be hurt by it. Yeah, of course, alarm goes off. Which door is opening? This one, apparently. Thankfully, there's a plethora of explosive barrels, although he just runs up to me anyway. Wow, that was remarkably effective, actually. Which, you know, when you have a riot shield, that's exactly what you should do, so I'm kind of amazed he did. Wait, what killed him? Guys, could you give me a second? My frame rate is a little worse for the wear at the moment. It's hard to aim when the game is chugging along horribly. Maybe I should have played the PC version. Holy crap, it took someone out in one shot. Wow, really? Alright. Yeah, I don't know. The weapon upgrade system is a nice idea in theory, but none of the upgrades feel particularly potent. They feel like they make very little difference. Which really just sucks all the fun out of the potentially great idea of upgradable weapons. I mean, it's always satisfying to have that in games where, you know, you can make a weapon you like more badass. Except here, none of them are badass, and they don't become more badass when you upgrade them. Okay, I want to switch weapons before the alarm goes off. Okay, I do have some grenades, which I need to use because I know a guy with a shield comes out, and the fragmentation stuff from that upgrade is about the only thing that reliably takes out the guys with shields. And unfortunately, the guys with shields are becoming more common, which is kind of turning combat into a chore. Which does not bode well for the later parts of this game, where I'm sure they're going to get really carried away. So this vent here, can I open this? No. Probably shouldn't be pointing out every stock sound effect, but that door is too. You've heard that 100 times. Well, probably more than that, actually. Also, I don't like the choice of terminology when you have full ammo, and then instead of saying, you know, ammo full, it says, you already have the plasma gun. It's like, well, yeah, I have a plasma gun, but it's not the same thing as not needing to pick up additional ammo. Let's go this way first. Oh, yes, right choice. What was the first game to do all this air duct nonsense? Was it Half-Life? Because I'm not sure it was. And unfortunately, I don't have any grenades. So I can't just bank one around this corner. Can I just kind of nick the edge of this? Wow, that actually worked. I'm not entirely sure I expected it to. And, oh no, I'm wedged against the model. There we go. Thanks, Havoc. And that just takes me around. Okay, well I guess this was just a loop-de-loop for that upgrade. Energy core. I have 4 of them. I could buy something. I could buy the quad warhead, which I'm sure is just as disappointing as the dual warhead. And the back of the box said not only is it quad warhead, it actually said nuke launcher, I believe. This thing does not feel like a nuke launcher, and I don't think it's suddenly going to on the next upgrade. Speaking of the back of the box, when it was talking about the upgrades, didn't it say like upgrade your already deadly arsenal or your already devastating arsenal or something like that? Man, not a single one of these weapons is devastating. Even after upgrades, let alone before. And I don't actually know where to go. Am I supposed to go down there? Like, can I slide down there without dying? Oh, that's bad, because I just got a checkpoint at the same time that I died. Oh, that's bad. That's really, really bad. Because I'm just gonna spawn in and die instantly, aren't I? No, it's gonna kick me back to the start of the level. Even though I've had a number of checkpoints... Well, actually, I had at least one checkpoint after this. Huh. Okay. Well, I would much rather start the level over. Wait a minute. Oh my god. No, 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 no. Oh, you fuckers. I was gonna say I would much rather start the level over than have a checkpoint. It was split second before I died. But I lost all my upgrades. And I have no energy cores. Well, now I don't know what to do. Well, I could go back to the menu and try to see if I can load an earlier save, although I don't know if this game keeps multiple saves. And the main menu on this particular disc doesn't really work. Oh wait, I'm also missing the rocket launcher. The fuck? What the hell happened? Okay. Let's reload again and just see what happens. Did the game just have a senior moment, or is my save officially fucked? Nope. I am missing all of my upgrades and the rocket launcher. Okay, so we have a chapter select. I'm gonna pick... Would you like to play without saving or overwrite your single player progress? Let's do play without saving, because I'm curious. If I replay a chapter, if I can get the menu to work. Did that work? Okay. If I replay a chapter, I don't know if it gives me the equipment and upgrades I had at the time I previously reached that chapter? Or does picking a chapter just reset your upgrades? Thank fuck. So, I'm going to return the main menu because I said play without saving. So I'm going to return to the main menu. I'm going to start that chapter again, and this time I'm going to say overwrite save. And we should be in the clear. I was beginning to become worried that I was going to have to replay the game up to this point. Which I'd be willing to do. It hasn't actually been that long, and actually I've kind of enjoyed this game. Not immensely, but enjoyed it nonetheless. But we have narrowly avoided disaster. Come on, come on. There, I think it worked. Did it work? Yes, okay. Man, I don't know why that main menu is so fucked when the rest of the games run, like, perfectly fine. All these load screens seem to go off without a hitch. I mean, they're a bit long, but I don't think it's having trouble loading. I think these are actually should be this long because the disk drive isn't doing the revving thing it does when it's struggling to read. So now I can go back to where I was. And this time not try to slide down the cliff face thinking that it'll actually work. Which it should have. I mean, I was sliding down. It wasn't a sheer drop. The fuck? Oh, that's it receding into the distance. Oh, yeah. Okay. There just straight up is no collision, at least for rockets. And that was not where my crosshair was. So I can't take out the supports. I can't shoot the turret because it has no collision for rockets. I guess I could just spray it with plasma fire. Although those appear to be going through it as well. So was the only thing that hits the turret the shotgun? I mean, that worked on it last time. Guys, come on. For fuck's sake. Is there like a clown car at the bottom of this hill? Oh, hey, he did my job for me. Yeah, just stand there and let it hit you. Yeah, perfect. I'm already sick of these shields. I mean, at least they're made out of metal, though, instead of being, like, polycarbonate Riot shields that are somehow indestructible. Like, the infamous Riot shield in Modern Warfare 2.
Use your Riot shield to draw the fire!
Let's go down here, get this upgrade point, then figure out where the hell I'm supposed to be going from here. And not jump off the cliff. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why did I lose signal? Okay, the image, I have it back now, but the image died briefly. And then I died. I'm gonna try, from up here, trigger those barrels. So just to take them out of commission and then try to get down the ladders. There we go. All right. That was flawless. Ow. A rocket launcher at point blank range. That kind of tickled. Actually, what I haven't taken a close look at yet is the remote detonator for this thing. Because I always just set it off and I'm typically looking at enemies. Yeah. It's just a button on a stick. It actually looks like a vial of something. And when you pull the trigger, he doesn't actually press the button. He just moves his hand away. Okay, so for the way down here... I mean, clearly there's a slope there, so I guess I just have to backtrack. Hence my confusion about thinking I could slide down the cliff. Because that's kind of a dead end, so the only way from there, you kind of inevitably go that way, and then the only way forward from there is to slide down the hill. But I guess it's this way. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's that little alcove I looked at earlier. But from here, does this just slope down? No, this is a cliff as well. Can I hop down from here? Or would hopping down from here also insta-kill me and I need to be careful? I don't know. I don't trust the game anymore. So if I just shoot the tower, does it blow up? No. Well, when the guy blew it up for me, he shot the ramp. Except apparently it takes numerous. Man, look at the spread on this thing. It's not even close to where I was aiming. Okay, yeah, I don't know why that didn't blow up the tower. When I was on it, a guy fired one rocket at me. And, the whole thing collapsed. There we go. I guess their rockets are just better than mine. Which doesn't surprise me in the least. And once again, its motor sound continues, even though it's completely destroyed and the tower has collapsed. And ever since I got that rate of fire upgrade, this thing feels like it empties just a little too fast. I wish it had a slightly bigger mag, or just didn't have a maddening rate of fire. Especially since I can't carry much extra ammo in the first place. And everyone's carrying plasma guns here. So I should probably just be using that, but I just hate this screen effect it does. Just makes everything look green and warbles the edges. And I don't like it, so I'm kind of avoiding using the plasma rifle. I'm also not big on burst fire weapons, so that's another reason I don't really like using it. But it's the most plentiful ammo right now, so kind of stuck with it. Also, it has travel time, which makes it hard to hit stuff that's moving. Ow. Keep trying to click the stick to sprint. Stop shooting me, I'm reloading. Also, it's kind of the unusual type of burst fire, where it only fires all 3 rounds if you hold the trigger long enough. So if I tap it, I can fire off single shots. And if I slightly hold it, I can do 2 shots. So you can't even just tap the trigger. You have to judiciously hold it the right duration of time, which just makes using it kind of tedious. That one doesn't open, apparently. Or it's going to open up behind me right about now and pour out a bunch of enemies. Wow, okay. Might be something back here. It looks like a pathway. These rocks are weirdly shiny. They've been slathered in mineral oil. I guess they're ready for their photo shoot. Doesn't appear to be anything out here, so let's just go in, even though it's locked. Okay, now my objective is to unlock them, which means this is probably now unlocked, and I can tell from here the panel is now green, so yes, it's a little silly. Well, more than a little. No. There you go. Go the alarm again. Is there a way to get in here without setting that off? Oh no, it's this door. Damn it. Oh, I wanted to shoot that slightly past them, but obviously you can see how that went. And the checkpoint is at this door instead of over here, so I have to run all the way back. Oh. That wasn't very effective. Okay. Well, I haven't really experimented with that charge shot, so I wasn't quite sure to expect how it behaved. And it just sails right past them, doing basically nothing. Have I mentioned the upgrades in this game aren't very useful? Why are there so many guys with rocket launchers indoors? Just seems like a really bad idea. Although it works for them because, you know, it's a video game, so they have minuscule blast radius, but that must be it. Alright, we did another little loop-de-loop down here, and now we can progress. This is what they call padding. Now, I don't need the short ladder, I can just hop down. It's fine. You know, see, this would be a great spot to use the sniper rifle if it didn't suck ass. Oh wow, it actually took a guy out in one hit. I thought he had a helmet. So maybe just it depends on less whether or not they have a helmet and more just the enemy type. Like these basic guys can go down in 1, but the shields and rocket launchers take 2. I really don't know. I just don't like this thing. And into the black void we go. Well, that's a cool looking structure. In fact, everything in that shot's kind of cool. I like this environment. Oh, and then we just smash cut to inside? Okay. Wasn't a very effective establishing shot. I thought it was showing me something else. Can you get up there? There you go. Oh yeah. This is a cool environment. I mean, overall, the game does look pretty nice. I mean, it's not the best looking game from the era, but it's not half bad. Wow. I know I've looked at these guys before, but I only just now realized that they have straight up Bane masks. Oh no, we have hovering drones. Oh, I can already imagine these things are going to be really annoying. Oh yeah, because they spaz out all over the place. Although it wasn't hostile to me at first, maybe I shouldn't have shot it. The crosshair was red. Then again, the crosshair was red on my buddy at the start of the game, wasn't it? So maybe it wasn't hostile. And I've completely fucked up by shooting it. Because it's very hard to... There we go. It's very hard to track while it's zipping around. No, that one's hostile too, so I guess they just are. Alright. It's just odd that it was shooting an enemy. Or are these not enemies? No, they are, because I'm getting shot by one over here. Right. Getting really sick of this plasma gun. And it looked like I hit myself with it. Oh yeah, it does have splash. Okay. Ooh, I could get my sniper rifle out here. If I could line up the... Yeah, there we go. Oh, it doesn't... I should just stop even trying. Oh, fuck it. I'll buy enhanced vision and expanded mag. And... Ugh. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, enhanced vision seems much worse because it's even bluer and darker. But it highlights enemies. It's more magnification, too. I'll take it. 6 rounds instead of 4. It's not the end of the world, but it could be better. More dropships. Bonfire made out of filing cabinets or servers or whatever these things are. Well, I could sit here and let those drones soften them up, but it seems like they do hardly any damage at all. Yeah, so like these guys here and the drones are against those guys out there, but fuck if I know what the difference is. I mean, the game has not established what either of these factions are. So, I don't know. Are you on my side? No, you're not. Okay. Also, I'm pretty sure that thing was shooting me without looking at me. I'd have to rewind that and check. Oh yeah, that's shooting at me without turning around. Okay. I do not approve of such malarkey. Ooh, that's a grenade. Very ineffective grenade, because it takes forever to go off, and beeps to warn me it's happening. An upgrade, an event. Again. Guys, I'm against these marauder things too. Can we just be friends? Oh, oops. Just shot my own cover. A little bit noisy in here with all the walls leaking. And fuck it. I'm gonna dump it into the armor piercing on the sniper rifle. Just in vain hope, well, potentially vain hope, that... oh, his arm's clipped into the wall, so he's hanging from it. Oh, that's adorable. He's like a little swing set. Whee! Oh, the fun's over. Well, just in potentially vain hope that the sniper rifle will actually be useful now. If I have armor-piercing rounds, maybe it'll actually take enemies out in a single headshot. Let's find out. Did that dot do anything, or did he duck it? I think he might have crouched at the exact moment I fired. Yeah, he must have, because that guy went down in one hit. Oh, this might actually be useful now. Except they always duck at the wrong moment. Or, well, the right moment from their perspective. Although I overall like the look of this environment, and particularly that big building there. And most of these larger structures. These large, completely flat sections of grass are weirdly bland for how interesting the rest of this looks. So it kind of feels like we're building up to, like, the climactic part of the game, and I'm not sure that feels appropriate because I still have no clue what's even happening in this game, other than we've been chasing Karina around, basically, and apparently she has powers or something because we found her in a crater, and apparently we have those powers. Although there's no evidence of that, because we're still just walking around like a normal person. But in terms of, like, the actual overall narrative, your guess is as good as mine, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And yet, despite the fact I don't really know anything about this world, or the factions in it, or why I'm shooting any of the people I'm shooting. Despite all of that, this does feel like we're building up to some sort of climactic thing, because we're, like, working our way towards this large structure, and there's tons of combat happening, and wreckage, and infighting between multiple factions, and this is like what you would do towards the end of the game, and honestly, if this is the end of the game, this would feel kind of weird. Because for one, I haven't been playing very long. And for another, just don't know what the hell's happening. Which is fine, I guess. I've played a number of games that are fun despite having less than noteworthy narratives. Apparently this is going to be one of them. That explosion made no sound. That one didn't either. Gotta check on top of this again, though. Nothing. And indeed, I go down here. Okay. Are there going to be answers in here? I'd greatly appreciate it. Man, terrible spot to have a save point. Also, I've noticed in our radial menu here, there's nothing in the bottom left. So is there still another weapon to get? Because if this is the end of the game, I would expect to have all the weapons by now. I really hope this isn't the end of the game, because that would make this remarkably short. Door's locked. Guy died against it. I think his blood and entrails may have jammed the workings of the mechanism. So I'm starting to wonder if it's even possible for these guys to take each other out, because even if I wait around a bit and let them shoot each other a lot, it doesn't seem like any of them ever die. So is this all for show? I'm gonna let these guys... Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna let these guys shoot each other. He's hitting it, it's hitting him a lot. And neither one has died. Yeah. I'm starting to think this is all for show, and this infighting is completely canned. They can't actually kill each other. That's actually really lame. Wait. Was his little bit of battle chatter there him just listing solfege pitches? The fuck was that? Alright, yeah, that's enough of that. I think I can officially say they can't hurt each other. Okay. Man, I briefly thought it wasn't hostile. I don't know why I keep testing that. I feel like I've been in this room already. It's all starting to look the same. Oh, and that doesn't open. But where am I supposed to go? I don't think there's any other path out of here. I came out of here. And these don't open. At least they haven't yet. Nope. I mean, there's a vehicle there. I can assume that's significant, like I'm supposed to get in it, but I don't know how to get to it. Maybe I can hop through a window in here, but I'm pretty high up. I would assume that would kill me. Oop, oop. No, it doesn't. Okay. Well, I guess I could have dropped down onto that drop ship to fall a shorter distance. Destroy the darts. I don't know what a dart is. No one's named anything in this game. I'm not a passenger. I want to be... gunner? Or I guess maybe the driver has the gun. Oh. Okay. It's an interesting mechanism, to say the least. This thing is unbelievably slow. And there's nothing here to shoot. So whatever the darts are, I don't know. Is that a dart? It's gonna be very hard to hit with slow-moving, bouncy grenades. Actually, they don't bounce, but they still very slowly move in a parabolic arc instead of just where I'm aiming. This is a terrible design for a vehicle. I think I'd be better off being on foot, honestly, and just like firing grenades at these things, because that vehicle's too slow to dodge anything, so I just have to take all the fire I get, and it fires very slowly, and the things it fires travel slowly. I shouldn't feel like I'm at a disadvantage when I'm in a vehicle. And it doesn't have an alternate fire. At least the thing with the rocket launcher, you could fire a machine gun with the other trigger, but this one doesn't have that. It's the crappy little grenades or nothing. Also with the screen shaking, and everything being the same color, it's hard to even see the grenades I'm firing to tell where they're going, to see if I need to adjust my aim. Because they just blend into everything that's behind them. And there's a ton of smoke in the way. My vehicle's already toast. Get out, get out. Yep, there it goes. And now they're just gonna run me over. This is gonna hurt. I feel like this is gonna take quite a few tries because apparently this vehicle is made out of paper mache. Alright, I just want to see if other buttons do anything in this vehicle. Maybe it has a feature I'm missing. Oh, that's weird. The white button makes you drive in reverse, which is pointless because you can just pull back on the left stick. And you also, if you're holding the white button with your thumb to go backwards, you can't steer because it uses the same thumb. Well, that's a bit silly. So left trigger does nothing. B does nothing. Y does nothing. A goes forward. Well, I'm not missing an alternate fire or anything. This vehicle does just suck. Behold my ineffectual grenades! Oh man, this thing sucks so badly. Come on, I'm leading the target, too. By an awful lot. And I can't strafe, either, because if I'm... The only way to drive sideways is to aim that way. So I can't be, like, driving and shooting at perpendicular vectors. So it's not like I can circle strafe these things and shoot to the inner part of the circle, like drive in a circle but shooting inward, and there's this sort of circle around them so that at least I'm dodging their attacks. No, the only way to be aiming at them is to be also driving towards them, or sitting still, both of which get me killed, because my vehicle blows up if they so much as fart in my general direction. I have a feeling this may be a bit shit. Well, let's just keep trying, I guess. And this is this thing's top speed, by the way. Actually, here's a question. Can I just ram these? Ramming was the most effective thing to do to enemies. Well, on the enemies on the ground, I mean. Of course, they're more maneuverable than me, so they'll just arc around. I'm already, like, a third dead, so... good start. Come on. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Alright, I'm alive. Is that all of them? And I guess I go this way because it's green. And green means good, right? No, it doesn't. Maybe I just get out now? And go in here? My objective is still destroy the darts, though. And this isn't opening. Do I go around? No, there's nothing there. Unless there's one over here that just... oh, there is one over there that just didn't notice me. Okay. Now he has. Really wanted to try and make that shot work, but it didn't. Because aiming in this game is really hard to do. So I'm guessing that door I checked out is the way I'm supposed to go, but it apparently just doesn't open until I've killed all the darts. At which point it just sentiently knows that they're all dead and lets me in for no reason. No, I was in front of it. But there we go. How do you make a vehicle this lame? I mean, the crapness of this vehicle is legitimately impressive. It looks alright, but it sounds like shit. It's slow as shit. The controls are terrible. And it's very, very, very fragile for how imposing it looks. Like it's this big, bulky, armored-looking military vehicle, and like a toddler could punch straight through it. Add that to its slow movement speed, its ugly engine sound, and it's really ineffective weapon. And you have the makings of a vehicle that is so bad it's impressive. It's like the developers went out of their way to make it unsatisfying and unfun. Let me fire the cannon more often, make it drive faster, make it sound beefier, give it more health. I mean, like anything would help here. Can I just snipe them off the bike like I tried to do earlier? If they're not moving because they haven't noticed me, I can actually really slowly try to fidget the dot over him. I think it's on him. Problem is there's no actual dot on the crosshair. It's just a cross, but there's no center point, so I have to guess. I'm pretty sure it's right on him. And it looks like I'm not allowed to do this. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and rule that out. Which means I'm stuck with this piece of shit. Wait, why did you hop out? I promise I did not hit X there. Okay, one down. Okay, two down. I think more spawn from back here, right? Oh, yep, there they are. Alright, no, don't kill me. Also, these grenades feel like they go wherever they want. Like, I don't think their trajectory is the same every time. Which means even if I don't change my aim... oh yeah, they scatter all over the place. Look at that. So both their windage and how far they go is completely random. No wonder I'm having a hard time hitting these things. It's amazing, this vehicle keeps finding new ways to be total dog shit. And that was, I mean, my crosshair was right on the fucking thing, but I'm at the mercy of where it chooses to send the rounds. Which does not make for compelling gameplay when I feel like I'm not in control. Oh, that was a perfect shot. Which had nothing to do with my aiming, of course, so I can't take credit for that. I'm just too slow and low maneuverability. I mean, I know I'm playing this on hard, but this isn't hard, this is just bullshit. There's a difference. Oh, I can't move. Why can I not move? Well, that lost all my health. Get out. Well, I tried to get out. Unfortunately, when you press the button to get out, it only works about a fourth of the time. So even when I have hopped out of this thing, it's because I've hit the button numerous times. But man, this sure is spine-tingling excitement, isn't it? Have you ever witnessed such scintillating gameplay? Alright. It's one down without him even getting a shot in. If I can repeat that on this guy, because he's facing away. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. So far, so good. This is my best run yet. I know it probably looks like I'm just doing a really bad job right now, but believe me, these controls on this vehicle, and its slow soupiness, and the randomness of where its shots go, it's not good. And those both went way high, so they missed. That was a direct hit, and he's not dead, even though direct hits usually take him out in one go, and I'm dead, even though that was... The start of that was my best run so far. I got fucked by the randomness of the cannons. And there's nothing I love more than getting fucked by randomness. Glorious. You sick of this yet? Because I am. Alright. About dead, so I'm going to hop out. And try to take this guy out with the rocket. If the homing works. Come on. One's not enough, because this rocket launcher sucks. Back of the box fucking lied to me. Alright, doors open. Thank fuck. Oh, there's a bunch of dudes coming out. Never mind. Don't thank fuck. Although my sniper rifle doesn't suck anymore, so... this isn't a problem. Although that guy's helmet still survived a shot, so the armor piercing is apparently a lie. Yep, the helmets still stop shots. Why did I spend 3 upgrade points on the armor piercing? Oh wait, there is a dot in the center. Look at that. Okay. It's my laser dot. Actually does appear in the center of the crosshair. I couldn't see that earlier. It's clearly there now, but when I was trying to shoot the guy on the bike... Oh, it's because since it's my laser, it gets smaller over distance. Of course. It's like 1 pixel. At that distance. That's... oof. That would benefit from being on PC, of course, because you could run it at much higher resolution. Alright, this clearly doesn't lead anywhere because I can see the back of the tunnel, but we're going inside. This environment here, well, first of all, looks pretty cool. I like these little spinny holographic things throughout the hall. This looks cool, but visually it reminds me a lot of, or at least this hallway does. That room kind of didn't. But like this hallway here, this looks a lot like the hallways in sort of the final areas of, shit, I'm trying to think of the... God damn it, what's it called? I'm gonna have to go look at my shelf. Give me a sec. Project Snowblind. I don't know why I couldn't think of that title. But yeah, this visually this kind of reminded me of the ending of Project Snowblind, which itself was very, very short. And I don't know why I said was. It is very short, because the game still exists. I actually quite like Project Snowblind. It's not bad. There's some genuine fun to be had there, but it is criminally short. You barely have time to enjoy any of the stuff you get. You get, like, all kinds of interesting powers and weapons, and the game's so short you barely get to play with any of them. And it also means they're given to you, like, way too quickly. There's no pacing to getting new abilities. You've hardly even used the one you just got by the time you get another. And you're like, oh god, another? I haven't even really tried out the last one. Aside from that, Project Snowblind's pretty fun. There's some good stuff in there. It's a bit like if Deus Ex was a straightforward shooter. You know, with basically minus any RPG elements, which in Deus Ex, you know, we're pretty light. It's not much of an RPG. It is mostly, well, it's not really mostly a shooter, but you spend a lot more time just exploring and wandering around than you do actually shooting things, but it's also not super heavy on the RPG elements. But imagine if it was just a straightforward shooter. That's pretty much what Project Snowblind is. I think I paid less than $5. It might have been like $2.50 or $4 or something. I mean, you can get it for almost nothing. And for that, yeah, it's a good enough time. But yeah, it's over before you know it. And I'm trying to figure out how to get into this thing. Actually, looks like I climb up from below. Alright. So... oh, there's a ladder. Alright. Good news is everyone's distracted, so I can just run up and shoot them like that, which is really stupid, but... and yeah, they're hostile too. Okay. They look like prisoners, so I wondered if they were on my side, but of course they're not. I mean, yeah, those are clearly prisoners. They're unarmed. So you'd think we'd share a common enemy? I want to get that upgrade point, which is probably over... through there, maybe? Alright, yep, this looks like it goes right to it. If I get another, I could buy the health booster. Well, just notice there's a quirk of the design here, where on my frag rifle, upgrades 1 and 2 are the top two, so upgrade 3 is the bottom. And on the grenade launcher on the other side, upgrade 3 is the top. Like you're going around clockwise. I hadn't noticed that earlier. That is a curious shield effect. Because... ooh. Wow. Could you not? I'm looking at the graphics. But it's like reflecting my gun model and hand. Even though... like, there's no angle of incidence for that. So it's just sort of a screen over... it just takes your screen overlay on it. Oh, I just got... okay, that was the solfege one again. But I heard it better this time, so I got to hear what it actually was. He's do, re, mi, fa, so long, sucker. Like, so long. Wow, that is the weirdest battlefield taunt I have ever heard in any video game. But now that I actually heard that he ends with so long instead of so la, it actually makes sense. It's still weird as hell, but at least I understand it. Where does this go? Up here. Do I want to be up here? Where am I? Well, there's an upgrade here. Who are you people? Why am I doing this? The frame rate does not like all these extra enemies being around. Stuttering is getting intense, man. This area looks even more washed out than the rest of the game, which is not a good thing. Overall, this game does have a problem with black point. It seems to have an elevated black point at all times. That's not because I recorded this wrong. It actually looks like that. I have no way down from here, so maybe I just hop down. Although last time I thought about hopping down, it broke the game, so I'm loath to try again. But here goes nothing. Alright, I'm still alive. And in fact, it took almost no damage at all. And my aim was freaking out there. I don't know why it was. And of course, because all this infighting is completely canned, they've been savaging this guy for like an hour. And he's fine. He's spewing fountains of blood everywhere, but... actually, both of them are. Because amazingly, he's still getting hits in. Well, let's drink this in for a moment. I mean, look at that. That's poetry. You know, it's a rare treat. We get a game like this. This is great. I'll just put them out of their misery, because otherwise they'll be locked in that limbo loop of stun lock for all eternity. You know what? That kind of ruins the grenade launcher. What I was trying to do there is fire it and blow it up right away, but there's actually a lockout. You can't hit the remote detonator immediately. You have to... It has to fly a certain amount of time before you can, so I'll just hammer the trigger. That's how long it takes. Which is a shame when you're trying to blow something out of the sky, of course, which is what I was trying to do there. And as always, I'm low on ammo. Although there's a bunch right here, so never mind. I do like this corridor here. I mean, it looks pretty nice. Right, I'll take care of this guy. Or these guys. And this thing. And then I want to watch this for a bit. Really? Like, you couldn't program it so they can actually kill each other? I mean, this is... I mean, I know I'm making it worse by just staring at it, which is, of course, exactly why I'm staring at it, is to make it seem as ridiculous as possible. But, even if you didn't sit here and stare at this like I'm doing, if you just played the game, you just burst in here and shot everybody, even at a casual glance, you would notice this looks ridiculous. So, why not just design it so that these guys can take each other out? I mean, like, every shooter ever made that has multiple factions, like, so you have enemies that are fighting each other, they can actually hurt each other? I mean, I guess with the exception of, I have seen, I would say in Battlefield 4, your allies do literally no damage in the campaign. So you can do what I'm doing now, where you just watch your allies. They're all like into it and acting like it's intense combat, and they're popping in and out of cover and dumping mags and reloading and then hopping out of cover again. And even though they're like popping in and out of cover, just firing endlessly at enemies, they never take a single one out. Because they're just useless. Because the campaign in Battlefield 4 is...
You lost the wheels, didn't you? You goddamn bone-headed sons of a butt-ass bitch!
Kinda bad.
Fuck, Pat, come on!
Why are we kicking the door down when there's a fucking window?
The fuck is this, cocktail guns?
You can take it, I can fly it. Like it or not, that's the plan. Unless you got an option, Sergeant.
What, are we stealing choppers now?
Are you done?
At the rate the water's rising, when we do get them out, they'll be corpses. We leave them, that's an order! You heard Garrison.
Man, fuck you! Hold on, soldiers!
Oh, fuck me. Did you fall off? Where's my coffee?
Whoa, 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 where do you think you're going?
I volunteered.
You volunteered, but who approved?
Captain Garrison, take it up with him.
You know about this?
Do you speak Mandarin, Sergeant?
Whether I do or don't, it's none of your concern, young lady.
Look, what? You think you can't trust me? Call me a liar? I've done nothing to you.
Exactly, Hannah. You've done nothing for me.
TikTok, fuckheads.
I don't like this shit. What are you, crazy? The four of us against an army?
We discussed this mission in detail with Garrison, okay?
Discussed it behind my
Well,
back. You fucking...
Couldn't be any other way.
Fucking scum-sucking bitch!
Hey, look, Ken, I'm sorry, all right? The dude's head trauma might be more severe than we thought.
Ooh, the screenwriter?
And I got the name Irish because I have a
Potato famine in my pants.
Bon voyage! Fortress, this is Tombstone, come in.
God, no, he's sidestepping. I can't handle sidestepping. The aiming is too soupy. At least in BF4, it's your allies. And it's done so that, you know, you have to do all the work as the player, which, you know, is a common thing. But it's also less noticeable than seeing enemies fight each other, like here. So actually, this is far more distracting. Why even make such a big deal out of it, though? Like, this is a considerable section of the game where it's room after room after room of infighting, and all of it's fake. There's a little ways through the courtyard to the Anvil before I really noticed it, and I stood still and double-checked. So if this was a brief thing, you could probably get away with it. But when you're doing a protracted section of room after room of this, it does not hold up to scrutiny. Hello there, prisoner. You look very angry, understandably. You do look like you want out, understandably. But look, you've got everything anybody needs in there. You got a bed, you got a shitter. Also, why are there prisoners here? Like, I don't even know what's going on. Clearly that's by design. The game has chosen not to tell me important information. I mean, we're not even talking about, like, nit-pick level info of how this world works. I mean, like, even the basics of how this world works have not been told to us. And that's a really terrible camera angle because it should be left. It just looks cropped off.
So they did have a Shroud Museum after all.
Alright, it's people in cryostasis. Why is this significant when one of the first things we saw in the entire game was somebody in cryostasis? There's that servo sound that's in everything ever made.
Our tests confirm the Shroud weapon to be some form of concentrator. Most likely, this was used to focus the otherwise chaotic discharge of the viral energy. We have otherwise failed to produce a stable, mutation-free duplicate of the virus. All efforts to replicate it in our test subjects have led to unmanageable spread of the infection.
Sounds like the project's going pretty well, then.
We resorted to lentivirus RNA recombination. This produced an adaptive strain that subverted autoimmune responses long enough for the cellular transformation to occur.
You can tell from the explosion that it was a success.
Containment area. We suffered numerous casualties, lost several months of progress. It now appears that death of an infected host triggers a violent chain reaction in the virus. Due to the consequences of this accident, the Pentagon has ordered the test subjects disposed of.
Yeah, the Pentagon wouldn't have any use for something that explodes.
We're being shut down. This marks the end of the project my father began.
Ugh, you can see the texture seam around his mouth.
Made during the Shroud War to capture the Shroud seedling. Decades of research flushed down the drain.
Projects get shut down all the time, dude. Calm your tits.
As the Shroud did. You're in
There's that pause between sections of the animation.
Shroud from our soil. I will not stand idly by while you systematically dismantle our defenses and lead us like cattle to the slaughter.
I'm really confused.
Karina wasn't merely a victim of the Shroud. She was something they had created, a weapon in their war against us. Karina didn't just have the virus. She was the virus.
How did he get that out of Stockton's ramp? Ooh, that walk cycle. No.
That one's for you, Jack.
It's over, Stockton. Open the door.
How is it over for him? He clearly has you trapped. And also the high ground.
Jack. I thought it might be.
He's behind you, idiot.
You and I have something in common after all.
Wait, a virus is propagating? Who would have thought? Wow, his bitch-ass lungs gave out pretty quickly.
There's a little bit of Shroud in all of us.
What the fuck is the Shroud?